What's up guys, in today's video I'm gonna show you how to wrap a roof with a sunroof, okay? Let's do it! Okay guys, we're back with a new video. In this one we're gonna wrap the roof, We're gonna wrap the roof for this Acura, but this one has a sunroof, okay, an antenna. I already removed the antenna. I have a video how to remove the antenna. The link is gonna be on the description of the video, okay? And I already removed this plastic. This one you just can pull it out, slide it a little bit, and put it out. This one has these pins. You slide it to the side and pull it out, okay? I have to push a little bit and then slide it. Okay, for the roof, I get a lot of questions how to wrap a roof that has a sunroof, okay? This one, if the sunroof goes under the roof, open it before you wrap. You put the sheet, you put the wrap on top, open the sunroof under the roof. If the sunroof goes on top of the roof, what you have to do, you have to put masking tape on the edges here, masking tape, okay? And then you have to cut it. You have to leave like an inch extra in here, like an inch, and then cut it, lift with a heat gun to make it softer, and then open the sunroof, and then you can tuck it under. Okay, so that's the trick. It's not that hard, but this one, the good thing on this one, it will go under. So before I put my wrap, I'm gonna open it and put it under the roof. So let's start with that first. In today's video, we're using vinyl frog wrap. Check them out. The material is very shiny and it looks amazing. You can see it here. Super shiny, okay? The link for this material is gonna be on the description of the video down below if you wanna get this. They have good prices and good deals. Check them out. Okay, the first thing, I'm gonna open the sunroof because this sunroof goes under the roof. And after that, I'm gonna place some squeegees to hold this plastic that opens and goes up when you open the sunroof in there, okay? Clean everything very good with alcohol, the whole thing. And after that, I'm gonna put a little bit of tag reducer because the glue of this wrap is a little bit strong. And after that, place the wrap, make sure everything is covered, remove the backing paper, and we're gonna remove the wrinkles and lock it down in the middle like this, and pull on the corners like this. Use the squeegee, remove the wrinkles, lock it down, use the squeegee, and make sure there is no wrinkle. When you're using the squeegee, there is no wrinkle. So if you have wrinkles, lift it, and if you have to use the heat gun, use the heat gun because sometimes the material is thick and you have to conform the material. I forgot to remove the cap from the top. Remove that one, okay? And then lift it, use the squeegee, make sure no wrinkles. You have to use if you need the heat gun, use the heat gun. But the goal is no wrinkles, okay? Before you use the squeegee, no wrinkles at all. Make it smooth by lifting the material, and then use the squeegee. But don't use the squeegee if you see a wrinkle. Lift it, stretch it, and then use the squeegee. That's the three things you have to use. Lift, squeegee, but if you have a wrinkle, use the heat gun. Make it smooth with the heat gun, like this, and then stretch it, and then you can use the heat gun. But lift it first, no wrinkle. Use the heat gun. You have to make it smooth, like in this area, in this corner, and then use the squeegee. But don't use the squeegee if you have a wrinkle. Lift it first, like I'm doing here. Okay, so use the squeegee, make it smooth first, lift it. You have to stretch it a little bit, use the heat gun. And in here I cut it a little bit because I am going to tuck that one under the sunroof. Cut this on the glass and then tuck these sides. Use the heat gun to make it nice and clean on the edges. it's very necessary to use the heat gun in this area, because if you don't use the heat gun, it's gonna be hard. And in here I'm using two squeegees, one to lift the rubber piece and the other one to tuck it under. And in here doesn't have a rubber piece, so this one make it a little bit longer so you can tuck it and there is no paint showing under the wrap. Okay, so make it a little bit longer, like a half an inch, and then tuck it inside the glass. I have these squeegees. You have to get these thin squeegees to tuck in these spaces because they are very narrow and small. So now in here I'm gonna tuck the material on the sides of the sunroof like I'm doing here, and then cut the excess vinyl. But first make sure there is tucking everything and it looks clean and nice. Okay, so use the heat gun to conform, to make it smooth, no wrinkles. Remember, if you have wrinkles it's gonna look bad. Use the heat gun to make it nice and smooth, and then you can cut it. But don't cut it if it looks all wrinkled and ugly. Okay, so make it nice and smooth like I'm doing here, and then use a little bit of the heat gun for the corners. All right, the roof is done. But let me show you the corners. See if I can lift it here. It's hard to see. So you can see it there. Okay, the corner is beautiful. And I tuck it under this rubber piece. But on the rear, it doesn't have a rubber piece. So this one you have to tuck it under the glass. So you can see it. It's hard to see it because of the light, but you get the idea. So here's the corner, and you can see how I left it here and here. Amazing. The rubber piece is gonna go on top of here. So now let me show you the roof. Look at that. Amazing. In that area it has a lip, so I wrapped all the way to the lip in here. But you don't have to do it like that, but this time I did it. But if you do it till here, it's still good. Okay, and right here I use the squeegees to hold this plastic. If you don't put these plastics, this thing is gonna be on the way and it's gonna be touching the wrap and all that. Okay, so remember to put the squeegee here and here, so you can see it right there. It's amazing. In here it's a little bit shorter. It's okay, that's gonna be under the sunroof. So it's done and it looks amazing. Look at that. I have to make the hole here for the antenna, but that after I'm done with the whole wrap. Okay, you have any question, put in the comments.